Well, hey there guys, it's Eric at Makus. How are y'all doing on this fine Wednesday morning? I'm out here at Shady Brook in Grapevine, Texas, one of our Makus neighborhoods, waiting on the fine gentleman from the city of Grapevine to come do an inspection for my foundation. You guys want to go take a peek and see what all goes into one of these things before we get to put the concrete on top of it? Well, let's go for a walk, guys.
We're stepping up inside the footprint of the home. And what we call these down here, these are our beam pockets. The inspector will be checking to make sure that the cables are laid in there properly, that they're not filled with dirt. He also checks this right here to make sure that all of the cables have these rod chairs underneath them holding them up so they'll be in the concrete and not below the concrete. Plumbers have been here early this morning with tape measures and tape and plastic and foam, prepping all the plumbing for concrete, making sure every pipe is in its proper location. What else we got going on here? Well, you might notice all the lumber has kind of a green tint to it. Well, that's called termite pre-treat. All the houses are treated for termites before we put the concrete down. Our electrician has been here and ran the floor plugs in the living area. Inspector will be taking a look at that. And what you have right back there, that is going to be a drop in the slab for the shower. Our shower floors are dropped 4 inches into the concrete. Much safer in case of an accidental leak in the shower pan. Well, you know what? It looks pretty good to me. All my pads are nice and tight, my plastic's in place, cables are in. Oh, you know, when you're talking about cables, he looks at these right here. These are the cable ends to make sure they're properly secured to the form boards. And you know, here's one more thing that we talked about once before, but many of y'all may have missed it. And that's that jewel right there. Now, what do you think that is? Well, if you saw my old video, you already know. That is a Ufer ground. And that, my friends, has got a little bit of history behind it. You know, once upon a time, some very bad people were doing some very bad things in the world. Some guy named Hitler and some other guys over in Japan decided to start a big war. And America had to go to war along with its allies to fight the Axis powers. To do that took bombs, and America made a lot of bombs. And bombs, they kind of have a tendency to explode, so the buildings that they're stored in have to be grounded properly in case of a electrical discharge or a lightning strike. Well, as these bombs were being manufactured, they were storing them in the Arizona desert, which is very, very dry with little or no water table. And they were having a very difficult time grounding the buildings for electrical discharge. So they put this gentleman on the job by the name of Ufer, U-F-E-R. And what he found out is if you take a piece of rebar just like this and run it down in the concrete, that it makes an excellent ground regardless of the moisture content of the soil around it. That saved the U.S. Army and the Allies from driving hundreds of steel rods, or copper grounding rods rather, into the sands of the deserts around the world as they waged war on the Axis powers in the 1940s. Well, it was so effective at grounding, it is now code in modern housing. The Ufer ground helped win World War II for the Allies, keeping you safe in your home today. Well, anyway, guys, hopefully that inspector will be here pretty soon. I'll get my green tag, and we'll be pouring some mud in this slab tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll come and shoot some video of that for you guys as well. Well, enjoy the rest of your beautiful Wednesday morning. This is Eric with Makus. You guys take care now. Bye.